Constitutional. Attorney Regal, before we go into the Senate votes last week, can you help us explain lang yung naging desisyon ng Supreme Court? Ano ba yung sinasabing one-bar rule at paano nag-arrive na naging basis na tawaging unconstitutional yung final na impeachment?
Let's be very clear. The decision of the Supreme Court did not acquit the Vice President from any of the other articles of impeachment. The ones that they decided on is only when was the impeachment complaint filed. And that was very crucial because they say the one-bar rule for the past years and decades, what we understood is that ang one-bar rule happens to be a calendar year. So for example, gifile siya in 2024, after 2024, fresh na by 2025. That's what the understanding of everyone is. But the Supreme Court said, hindi. One-bar rule starts when the very first impeachment complaint was filed. Okay, so when was it filed? December of 2024. And then there were 3 complaints filed on that same month. And the 4th complaint was filed on February 5, 2025. That is just a matter of 2 months or 3 months. Now, the Supreme Court said, bakit hindi nyo to inaksyonan ang tatlo? First 3. Bakit dumiretso kayo sa 4th? And that is why we went back to the case of Estrada where they said, when is it really ang impeachment complaint will say nga may action na talaga? Kailan ba yun talaga? And previous jurisprudence said when you refer that complaint to the department, to the Committee on Justice. Did the Congress do that? No, they did not. But the Supreme Court said there is grave abuse of discretion by the Secretary General by holding on to the 3 previous impeachment complaint by not referring it to the Committee on Justice. So illegal na yung ginawa ng Secretary General. So on the 4th complaint, they still consider the first 3 as valid because they did not dismiss it. Congress said nga, we dismissed it because we even archived it. No, there was no action to dismiss. So that is why the 4th complaint was considered the 4th, not the 1st. Because Congress will always say the 4th was the 1st. But Supreme Court said otherwise. Problema din ito is that the Supreme Court gave due process to the House of Representatives by asking them questions. There were 9 valid questions. Sino nag-file? These were not answered by the House of Representatives because they said, amin na to. Wala na kayo, you're not part of it. So what did the Supreme Court do? They had to go to publications, newsletters of ABS-CBN, mga news clippings, and then publication because these are considered as valid sources, mga news sources. So that's where they got it because the House of Representatives did not answer them perfectly. So when the results came out, the Supreme Court decided in favor of the petitioner that the 4th complaint, impeachment complaint, was unconstitutional because it violated the one-year bar rule. So, kanus aday magsugod ang one-year bar rule the moment the first impeachment complaint was filed. So, December, imong gikuwag 4th, February pa, wala pa. So, the next, one of them say that the last impeachment complaint was February 5. The next valid impeachment complaint that may be filed will be February 6 of 2026.
Okay. From that point, Attorney, dugtungan ko lang. So, pwedeng in case talaga ma-dismiss ito totally, itong impeachment case na dito ngayon, by February 2026, February 5, 2026, a new impeachment case may be filed.
Yes,
correct.
May be
Kasi
filed.
nga, 1 year lang.
Yeah, and a lot of critics were saying there might be sham complaints. Delikado yan because the problem if the Supreme Court will do this and has decided this kind of thing, nga 1 year bar rule ang mga first, second, third will already start the counting of the one-year bar rule. Mingon ang kwan nga, anybody can file a petition for impeachment, and that can already stop any further impeachments. Like, for example, si VP Sara or President Bongbong Marcos will hire anybody in Congress just to file an impeachment complaint, and that will already start the counting. The Supreme Court said in its decision, any sham complaint, makita mong sham, in other words, this is just an harassment complaint, can be dismissed outrightly and would not set the bar of the ban. So,
That's very clear.
that's
very
not a
clear.
problem.
Yes, Mayor.
No, I want to ask Attorney Regal, why didn't they take action on the first three impeachment motions that they made in Congress? So, what could be the reason?
That I do not know. The reason because the House of Congress or House of Representatives never said why they didn't take action on that. I think the most possible and probable reason is that it might not be very strong, the first three complaints. If you put it in the Senate for its hearing already, it might be very weak and might be dismissed outrightly.
I have another question. Anong mahimo man siyang grave abuse of discretion by the Secretary General if kung wala nagipasa sa Committee on Justice?
Naman good na supposedly after 10 days good. Within 10 days, you have to pass it to the rightful committee. Wa man good na gibuhat sa secretary.
How would it benefit them kung wala nila gipasa to?
Supposedly at first, Mayor at first good ani sila ay dilanta na hilabtan kay I'm sure there was negotiation or there were backdoor reasons why, no? Di pa gid sila ganahan sigurong i-impeach si Sara at that time. It might be sensitive. It might not be the right time. They wanted to have the right timing to file the impeachment. Siya di lang sa taning tulo kay Wickman. So, ningon ang Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court has the power of judicial review. And the Supreme Court can also stop any grave abuse of discretion. So kung Secretary General magbuot-buot lang, kung kanus-an niyang i-forward ang usa ka complaint, that's grave abuse.
So, duha ato ang points na kuha kay Attorney Regal Oliva. Una, the case dili kusog, it's not strong, di ba? Ikaduha, they're hesitating. Kaya dili siya kusog. Mo nang wala nilang pasa on the first,
first
second, and
three,
third.
yeah.
So, this means that this issue could be purely political.
Very.
Gani. Mo na ako gusto ba gikan sa ihang pag-explain unsa ang action sa Congress so that the people would know. Di ba nga karon na niabot na sa punto sa ingon na nasa Supreme Court. Na
Political din
Political
siya.
siya.
And the Supreme Court also acknowledged that, Mayor,
Yeah.
Nga, the impeachment process is a political process. It's sui generis. It means it's political at the same time, but it must also be legal and constitutional. So, dili pwede nga political lang.
Yes.
Kailangan good, you should follow steps and you should also follow the Constitution.
That's true. Yeah, yes, Ana, you'd like to add?
Yes, Attorney, one of the critiques and one of the na-mentioned in the House regarding this impeachment and the decision, the ruling of the Supreme Court was that the hands-off, they basically said na hands-off our case, this is not within your power. So they basically questioned the Supreme Court if meron ba talaga silang power to decide on impeachment cases. Can you enlighten us?
Very nice question. Because the Constitution is very, very clear that impeachment complaints the exclusive power of impeachment happens or must emanate from the House of Representatives. When it comes to the hearing of the impeachment, it is vested in the House of Senate. So that's very, very clear. So sabi ng HOR or House of Representatives, amin to, wala kayong kinalaman nito, Supreme Court. But that is where they are wrong. Because the Supreme Court also is empowered constitutionally to conduct judicial review. And part of judicial review is to stop any branch, any instrumentality in the government which commits grave abuse of discretion. So if any of the branches, if any department in government will commit this, the Supreme Court can enter and say, this is the power of judicial review, we will stop you. And this is what happened now.
Yes, sir.
It's very clear.
Yeah.
At least,
Diyan yung makita nga, it's a smear campaign by the Speaker of the House, Martin Romualdez. Otherwise, dili man na mo maabot gud sa Congress na nga issue. Smear campaign na siya.
Oh, klaro man siguro.
Ina-sustain nila ba? So, they filed it, di ba? Nag-file sila kausa. Then, kaduha na po. Kaya para gusto gid nila nga, butangan og kanang emphasis ba nga ang confidential funds, yung corruption. Ana ba? While, lahi pa itong issue na sa ilang ginabuhat diya sa Congress.
True. And I think we'll discuss that later on sa podcast, Mayor. Attorney, Mayor, balikan ko lang because you've mentioned ito nga question na, bakit ba hindi nyo transmit agad to the proper committee itong impeachment complaint? I'm not sure. I think there was also a justification na because they have more than enough number of signatures, the attorney, which allowed them to transmit it directly na to the Senate. No need for the discussion daw sa committee. Is that correct?
That is where the Supreme Court said, no, dili na pwede. You have to discuss and you have to make each congressman read the articles of impeachment. And by the Supreme Court makes it unbelievable na one congressman can read how many pages of the articles of impeachment in just 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
You can't. It's impossible for a human being to do that ba.
True.
So mao na nga ni ng Supreme Court no. Di na lang kita magstorya on how it was done, but it is really on what has been filed. Wa naman sila ni adto na lang gyud sa unsay laman sa articles of impeachment. They didn't go there anymore. But on the first na lang gyud, on the 1-year bar rule, unconstitutional naman, wala na siya diretsyo.
And I think that's very clear. Thank you, Attorney Regal. Ha? And ito na nga. Furthermore, 13 nga, it's a unanimous decision. May nag-argue nga. I think Senator Rodante Marcoleta even mentioned last week na okay sana pagdebatehan natin kung 8-7 yung boto.
Correct.
Right? But it's a 13-0 unanimous vote.
The way I see it, Congress wants to isolate the issue within Congress. They don't want, the Supreme Court, a separate branch of government, to, intervene on their decision so that they can push through with the impeachment. Mo na lang gusto, di ba? They can push through with the impeachment just by themselves. But that's not the way it works because we have 3 branches of government.
And these are co-equal branches, ha? And let's remember, how many justices do we have in the Supreme Court? There are 15. Okay? Nganong 13 naman insulting unanimous. One is absent because is on leave, sick leave, si Justice Singh, and the other one abstained. So kung walay ni dissent, it means all of those who approved and who said that unanimous na ang 13, kaya wa may ni dissent. Kung napay ni dissent, that could not have been unanimous.
Okay.
Kaya abstain naman ang usa. So that's not considered a vote.
That's different. Okay.
Pero ito ganang doon na knockout ba, unanimous ba? Kung si Pacquiao pa to ba, ang tanong tulo ka judge, ihahagid tanan. Lison kay lalison. Lison.
That's the point.
When they say nga naaba ni Hope ang motion for reconsideration, I don't know. It's rare. It's very rare
we'll get there.
for a unanimous vote to be overturned.
Tama. Okay, just before we move on to the discussion sa Senate, segue ko lang, Mayor, Attorney, kasi nga, related to this discussion, itong when the Supreme Court released released the decision, certain personalities were nagkomento, Mayor, and somehow naging controversial yung comments nila, and particularly si Larry Gadon, Congressman Sandanya, and Richard Hederian. These 3, may mga nasabi against the Supreme Court. And then a group of lawyers also filed a petition to cite them indirect contempt.
Indirect contempt.
Correct. Okay. Ito na nga, Attorney Regal, since you're here, can you help us understand ano ba itong indirect contempt at anong pinagkaiba niya sa criticism?
Okay. You can criticize the Supreme Court. In every decision that the Supreme Court makes or pronounces to the public, when you read the Supreme Court decision, you can disagree with the decision. Why? Because the decisions of the Supreme Court may change in the future. So that's why your disagreement is very important. But your disagreement must be made in valid grounds. Okay? You have no right to say contemptuous statements against the justices of the Supreme Court. You cannot call them names because of the decision that they made. Just disagree with valid points, with legal points. Because if you say names, if you call them tuta ni Duterte, that means you are disrespecting the men and women in robes. And remember, the Supreme Court is the last bastion
Yeah.
of democracy. Kung imo nang bugal-bugalan ang Supreme Court, kinsa pa naman mo respeto sa tibok gobyerno. Mo na, the Supreme Court is very sensitive when it comes to contemptuous statement. That's why you can disagree with the Supreme Court, but you cannot spit on them. That's very, very important. And for people who may have been educated enough to say these kind of things to the Supreme Court, you cannot say this is freedom of speech. Because, as we always say, the freedom of speech ends when that freedom, when the act of contempt of the Supreme Court will begin. So it will end there. And that's why those indirect contempt filed against those people are very much valid for other lawyers. Because ikaw kung lawyer ka, you read those statements against the Supreme Court, you'll be very hurt. Because we're part of the bar. Kaming mga abogado. We're supposed to protect the Supreme Court and justice itself because we're advocates. So if we will hear any person who will be criticizing in a contemptuous way ang atong mga justices, it is our duty as lawyers to protect our justices. That's why kato sila ni Attorney Topacio, Attorney Tolentino had to file those cases against those people. You know, many people are asking, bakit si De Lima wala man na-appeal?
She apologized, di ba?
Diba? Because she apologized. Immediately. De Lima knew. She's a lawyer. No? She's a top-notcher. She knew that, you know, that might have been a contemptuous statement that I made. So, sige, slaps ako.
Correct. At
I'll
least,
say
klaro,
sorry.
kasi pinagdebatehan yan, Mayor, and may sasabi that's free speech, that's only criticism, but I think that's very clear, no? Attorney Regal laid down the points there. Bago tayo mong ano ba ang penalty niyan, Attorney?
Indirect contempt, about
Indirect
6 months siguro. Very, very minimal. Maka-afford na sila, 30,000 pesos. But
okay.
you can be imprisoned for 6 months. It may be bailable as well. No, pero the thing is, you will have a record in court.
For sure.
I just want to go back, Attorney Mayor, dun sa ruling ng Supreme Court. I just want to ask, Attorney, because there are all these violations that the Supreme Court has made. Nalatag nila doon sa ruling nila, no? They mentioned all these violations that the House failed to adhere to the Constitution. So, my question is, are these violations, itong mga laws na nakasabi doon, is this found in the Constitution? Is it plainly stated in the Constitution about the one-year bar rule?
Yeah, it's stated there. In the articles of impeachment, also in the Philippine Constitution 1987, it was very clear kung anong rules, no?
It was
who
written
are impeachable officers, and then when can you file, and that each impeachable officer can only face impeachment complaint one time per 1 year. So very, very clear na
It's
siya.
very clear.
So mauna siya, why is the Constitution, the spirit of the Constitution seem to be like that? Because these impeachable officers have very important obligations in our country. And kung imuras lang pirmi samok-samokon by impeachment, dili na maka-trabahog tarong. So that's why 1 year lang, once a year na nyo filean, and then that's it. So that's the spirit of that.
So, Attorney, one has to wonder, no? Of course, in the House, there are lawyers.
Yes.
The Speaker himself is a lawyer. So, one has to wonder, did they really expect the impeachment to prosper? Since I'm sure they were aware that there were violations.
They have also interpretations of their own. Basically, we can interpret the law in our liberal way. No, as a lawyer, you can also say this is right, this is wrong. But the other lawyer will also say what is right to you may be wrong to me, because law can be very relative. But as we said, the last arbiter of these laws, kinsa magyo mo interpret ani the judiciary. That's why we have courts. That's why the courts will say, lawyer 1, you are wrong, lawyer 2, you are correct. And that's why there are also methods of appeal. And this is part of our democracy. And that's why our democracy may be slow, but it is beautiful as well.
Sakto talaga sinabi mo last
Hindi,
episode, Mayor.
kung ako'y pastora on, Martin Romualdez really thought na mabraso niya yung issue na yan.
I'm sure.
Yun lang man talaga yan. To make it short ba? Taas makitong istorya ni attorney, di ba? Akala talaga ng House or ni Speaker Romualdez na mabraso nito na...
And which he did, ha? Yung nagibraso tanan mga
Yeah, he
members
tried.
sa House.
He tried.
He did it already. So that's why he passed this with 215 signatures and napay ni Apas nga 30 the next day. So nabraso gid niya
But
tanan.
what I mean is to the point na ma-impeach...
Impeach yun.
To the point nga mabraso ba niya ang Senate, o mabraso ba niya ang judiciary, the Supreme Court, there, diya siya nasayop.
Exactly.
Na-miscalculate niya or ambot lang or
Grabe yung
sa leader ra gid ha. Anyway, I think we should move on to the Senate na.
The Senate, yes.
The Senate made headlines last week because of the discussion of the impeachment case. Nagbotohan sila, Mayor. It took them 6 hours, I think, around 6 hours na sa plenaryo. Nagbotohan on the motion filed by Senator Rodante Marcoleta, the motion to archive the...
At first, it was to dismiss.
To dismiss, correct. And then it was amended. Now, motion to archive the impeachment at nanalo ito, Mayor. 19 senators voted for the motion. 4 ang no, and then 1 abstained, Senator Lacson. Now, ito na nga, na-archive na ang impeachment case. Citing nga, most of the 19 senators, they cited the ruling of the Supreme Court, saying that they respected the decision of the Supreme Court, being the Supreme Court. Now, ang unang tanong dyan muna, Mayor Nathan Regal, para maintindihan natin mga kababayan, ano bang ibig sabihin ng to archive? Ano bang pinagkaiba niya sa to table? Kasi Senator Soto even moved for that motion, to table it.
table.
And then there's to dismiss. So ano bang pinagkaiba nito, Attorney Regal, at anong implication nito sa kaso?
Okay, let's start with motion to dismiss because that was the first motion. Motion to dismiss was filed by Senator Rodante Marcoleta. It just means that, dismiss, automatic, kuaa ang kaso ilabay sa basurahan. Mauna siya. So that's dismissal. So outright dismissal from the Senate, the senator said, can we not dismiss? Because there is a motion for reconsideration filed by the House of Representatives. And dismissing it might also make it unconstitutional for the Senate. Because according to other senators, this is not yet a final decision. But there is a very big noteworthy thing in the decision, that the decision of the Supreme Court is final and executory.
Immediately.
So the first decision said final and executory. And that is why Rodante Marcoleta wanted to make to motion or to move that it must be dismissed. But they said, let's archive it. First, the second motion was to lay on the table. Between motion to dismiss or lay on the table takes precedence when it comes to parliamentary procedure. So unahon na to decide ang lay on the table. What's lay on the table? We just put it on the table and let's discuss it when we want to discuss it. So mura siya og nagcomatose dinha, ibutan lang diya sa table. So Rodante Marcoleta amended his motion nga i-archive na to. What's the difference? Now, the difference between parihara man kay paminawon, archive, ibutang sa kabinet, ang usa table, ibutang sa table, parihara gyud duha, paminawon. But here's the thing. When you say lay on the table, that is the act. But when you say archive, you do a positive thing first. In other words, before you archive, you have to determine if the Senate has jurisdiction over the case. And the 19 senators say, we do not have jurisdiction because according to the Supreme Court, the impeachment complaint was void ab initio. In other words, it was void from the very start since the House of Representatives hangtod na abot na sa Senate, wala, void na siya. So that is the positive act of Senate. They said that the case of the impeachment is void ab initio, but then pending the motion for reconsideration, we will archive it. So it's like putting it in a filing cabinet, lock it there, rather than
Okay.
put it on table. Naragid siya analogy ana niya. Kaya ang nakakuan sa put it on the table, mas kuyaw manggod na siya. Kanang they can always revive it and say, okay, we will open it and then we will call for the impeachment hearing.
Okay.
Because anytime you can pero archive gani you have to have a positive or positive act from the Senate.
Okay. Okay. But when you archive it, attorney, pwede pa din siyang i-revive. Right?
Pwede nimo siyang i-revive.
But they have to make a better argument because
Pwede nimong i-revive pero kailangan with valid grounds. Ha?
For sure. It's,
kiniingon na gani itong Supreme Court, di ba, nga final and executory. So meaning, wala na to. Dili na, kung ibalik pa na ninyo with the same argument, dili na naman nadawaton. Di ba? So mo to ingon pa sa Senate, ang giingon sa Senate, ana sila nga, nag-ingon naman ng Supreme Court nga, human naman in bank good to. So i-archive na naman unless, kung mag-MR ang Congress with a better argument or, like, they adjust it, tanaw na po nila i-review, so nalan dyan naka-archive.
And if they can only revive that, murabag, as I've said, gilakan na siya DS filing cabinet. Pero ilang na ma-revive kung ang motion for reconsideration from the Supreme Court i-grant by the Supreme Court. Kung wala gani, no other act can be done. Unlike sa lay on the table, pwede rin ginang musulti na po sa Ontiveros, can we revive the impeachment and let's form the impeachment court?
So mas maganda yung archive. Very
Much,
positive
much
yun na.
better.
Positive.
Pero para na gid nako gid mayor if I were to decide it's really to dismiss. Kaya wa man gid sila'y jurisdiction ang ang Senate according to the Supreme Court.
Tama. Sorry, jump lang ako ngayon, naalala ko lang ba. In one of the debates during the floor is itong present ni Senator Hontiveros na yung decision on na en banc decision and then na division decision. Nagkaroon ng debate dyan, Mayor, because may present siya na mga case nga na scenario na na-overturn yung decision nga daw ng Supreme Court. And then Senator Marcoleta asked Senator Hontiveros, ano ba yan? En banc case ba yan or division decision? Attorney Regal, ano bang pinagkaiba nitong dalawa?
Okay.
At anong decision ba ang pwedeng i-overturn talaga? Bakit siya naging issue?
Si Senator Marcoleta Mangod, he said that it will be very hard for the Supreme Court to overturn its decision because unanimous nga ang en banc. And then Risa Ontiveros said na no, it happened already. Nga unanimous decisions of the Supreme Court were overturned by itself. So Marcoleta asked, was that bank decisions or branch decisions? Now, what's a branch decision? A branch decision is composed of 5 justices because the Supreme Court is composed of 3 branches. No, ilan ang i-divide nila. Nga naman kay daghan kay kaso nga ilang i-decide. So, mag-branch 1, branch 2, branch 3 ta. And then after that, you can decide. And that is final and executory. Kung mag-MR ka dito, from the branch, they will forward it to the en banc. The en banc is the 15 justices. Mura ka nag-atubang diya sa mga gods of Padre Faura. The 15 justices na din na imong atubangon ug imo nang i-fight ang imuhang kaso. So, pero kaning impeachment complaint ni Vice President Sara, wa na iagi og branch. Ni diretso ang en banc og decide. And unanimous ang tanan. So, how do you make it nga ilan ang i-reverse? You need around 8 justices nga musulti ay sayop di ay mi. Para lang i-reverse na ang decision sa previous. So, it is so ambot na lang, close to impossibility na makaingon kag ila ba nang i-reverse.
That needs divine intervention.
Ang point magod is, kung mga argument diri sa Hontiveros ba, mura nganong dili na lang mo respetoon gyud ang en banc decision sa Supreme Court. Bugat kaayo na. Bugat kaayo na. Di ba unsa to God sa Padre Paura na diya sa matubangan. Unya mo rag moingon ka karon, you're a senator, you're an elected official. And yet, kani mga tawhanan na nag-eskwela na sila bugas siya. Di ba? Unya imong i-question karon ang en-bank nga decision. And you're just, in politics and you have your own biases and it's subjective to you ba ang case gani sa impeachment. Kani mga huwes ba? Kani mga Supreme Court justices, objective na sila.
They have to. Balaod ba yan na yun?
Di ba?
This is funny, and I'd like to quote Rowena Guanzon on this one, ha? Because she said nga, ang qualification kuno to become a justice is that you must pass the bar, and then you must have a very, very colorful law practice. You must have experiences in the judiciary for how many years, and then in order to become a justice, and then you have to really be in the scrutiny of the Judicial and Bar Council, which is very, very difficult on JBC, to be recommended to the president to be appointed as justice. Pero a senator and congressman, you're just able to read and write.
Di ba? These are highly technical people ba? Nga mo decision na sila ba? Dili na kanang...
That's why it's important that we also look into it. And then to continue with Risa Ontiveros, she said that those were unbanked decisions. Katong iyang gipang-quote ng mga cases.
Pinanindigan niya, oo.
And then, when we got back to the cases that she quoted, these were not unbanked decisions.
Oh, really?
These were branch decisions which were overturned by the unbank. So, mauna siya ang...
Oo.
What does that mean? Overturned by the unbanked?
Okay, ang first decision sa Supreme Court, Mayor, was branch. 5 kabok nag-decide. Ginag-motion for reconsideration ang katong petitioner, gi-overturn sa unbank. Gisaka nila sa unbank. Maunay katong kang Risa. Now, the thing is, ang nahitabos kang Sara, is unbank na diretsyo. So, was there a case in history? Boni gisulti ni Marcoleta, I cannot remember a jurisprudence nga nag-unbank na. Gibaliktad pagit sa unbank. So, that's why it's hard.
Unless may unbank powered to...
Napag basta sa unbank, wala na. The end
That's
na
valid.
siya.
It's understandable. Oh, thank you for... Tama yun.
The thing was, during the debates, Attorney Mayor, there were several senators who said, I think it was Tito Soto who said that a unanimous decision could have been a unanimous mistake. And it was also Bam Aquino who said na ang Supreme Court daw, sige, ingon ni Bam. Basta, they've implied several times that the unbanked decision of the Supreme Court could have been a mistake.
That remains to be seen.
13 justices.
I don't like to say that there is also, that they're correct, but it remains to be seen. Let's just see how the Supreme Court will appreciate the motion for reconsideration.
Correct.